So we've got a very good suite of gold projects across it and, backed up with about $12 million in the bank at the moment. So we're in a very good position.
Welcome back to the Proactive Studio. I'm Jonathan Jackson, and with me now is Novo General Manager of Exploration, Kaz De Luca, and Executive Co-Chairman Mike Spreadborough to discuss the company's upcoming drilling program at the Balla Balla Gold Project in WA. Kaz, Mike, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here, Jonathan.
Good morning.
So, Mike, let's start with you. Let's talk about the broader picture here. Talk me through the key objectives of this drilling program and when you expect to begin.
So Balla Balla fits into what will be a very busy period between now and the middle of the year for Novo. It will be the first of 4 drilling programs that people will hear about. So the announcement we put out today really outlines the context of that drilling program, which we hope to start in a couple of weeks. Weather dependent, because the Pilbara has had a bit of rain, which makes it difficult for the team. But you'll see further announcements follow on with our New South Wales programs going into drilling sometime after this program. So very exciting for us, exciting for shareholders. You'll see 4 months of news flow as these drilling programs roll through.
And we'll touch on New South Wales shortly. But Kaz, you've looked at geophysical interpretation and historical drilling data. Can you talk me through how that influenced the selection of the priority drill targets that you're looking at Balla Balla?
Sure. Look, Balla is really an early stage exploration project. We can obviously talk about the drill ready targets that we've got in the eastern states in our new projects, but we've been working this one up now for 18 months or so. We finally got the tenement granted at the end of last year, and since then we've gone through and gotten all the compliance under control, heritage, government, access with the landholders, etc., etc. And as Mike said, we're pretty much ready to go. As soon as we have a window in the bad weather up there, it is cyclone season. Geologically, we really like this area, and we really like the structure. The main structure that we have been focusing on, all the way from Karratha through to Balla, is called the Shoal Shear Zone. It's a 200-kilometre long major crustal tapping shear zone, and we've actually got over a 10-kilometre trend where we've been generating our targets. What we've done is really look at it's mostly under shallow cover. There is a little bit of subcrop, but mostly under shallow cover, and really not much historical work, but a flavour of gold in that work, and also some elements that we like, such as arsenic and antimony, which we know are pathfinder elements in the Mallina Basin and in that district. So we like this area, we like the trend, we see a lot of structural complexity in the rocks. And if your viewers have a look at our release, it's really hard to describe, but we've described it in a bit more detail in the release. And we're doing some fairly regional lines just to really test the fertility of the structure, the complexity of the rocks, and whether or not and how much gold there is there, hopefully.
And I just want to touch on that Shoal Shear Zone a little bit more. De Grey's there, so it's fairly significant. Can you talk me through the significance of being there?
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically, the Shoal Shear Zone trends all the way through the tenements that we've pegged. The fertility there is clear all the way back through to Karratha. And we can see some analogues in the shear zones that track through the Mallina Basin. Obviously, the Hemi project sits across some other really big shear zones, the Mallina Shear Zone, the Waller Fault, the Loudons Fault. They're all part of the regional architecture in the Mallina Basin. These rocks are a little bit, they're not all in that same lithology, if you like. But certainly we see prospectivity in here, and it's a new project, it's a new concept, regional lines, so it's really a first pass to test the fertility of the Shoal Shear. And we are expecting not so much in the shear zone itself, but it's a big fluid conduit. So all of the structure that comes off, all the subsidiary linking structures that come off the Shoal Shear, we really like them, so we're going to test them.
So sounds like plenty to look forward to there, Mike. You're also, as you mentioned, working on New South Wales projects as well. How does all this fit into that broader exploration strategy and the long-term growth objectives?
Yeah, really good question. So, in December, we did these two great farming deals in New South Wales, one at Tibooburra and one at Grafton, at John Bull. We like these projects. Previous people have done some geological work, had some really good high-grade hits. So early this year on both of those projects, our field team and geologists have been there doing soil samples and mapping. So people will see some of those results flowing through in the next couple of months, and that will lead to drilling programs. So why do we like these projects? Well, our whole strategy as a business is we're looking for projects that we think have a potential to be over 1 million ounces that are standalone, not brownfields projects, but standalone. We think that is a missing link within gold exploration in Australia, and for investors, that's the easiest way to get good leverage to value. So we like those projects. So we've got a good portfolio now from Balla Balla, early stage, as Kaz said. In the middle, we've got this great joint venture with De Grey, and they continue to do work on that next to their Hemi Gold project. And right at the end, we've now got these advanced exploration projects in New South Wales. So we've got a very good suite of gold projects across it, and backed up with about $12 million in the bank at the moment. So we're in a very good position. And if I recall rightly, Jonathan, we're in an absolute bull market for gold, and it's the highest gold price that we've seen ever in US dollars and A dollars. So good time to have gold as your portfolio.
It's definitely a good time to be gold and to be in gold, and definitely a good time to have so much going on as you do across a range of projects there. Kaz, Mike, thanks for your time today, and good luck with the work to come.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Thank you very much.